5 o'clock in the evening, June 9th. We are at Victoria Glades, just outside of DeSoto, Missouri. Decided to take a quick hike, sit in the house pretty much all day long, play on the computer, editing other videos. Figured I'd try to get out and try to make a quick, short, easy video. I'm going to attempt to shoot this completely on my GoPro and see how that works out. I'm still new to all this vlogging and video editing and all that. So I've got footage from my last trip off my phone, off three different GoPros, and then I have a Karma, so I have my GoPro in my drone. So yeah, anyways, trying to put all that together, trying to figure that out all day today. I really didn't make any progress. So I decided I was gonna experiment with shooting it all on my GoPro and see how editing that goes. Hopefully that makes it a lot easier. This is where we're at. This is a hike that I'm very familiar with. I've hiked this several different times. It's maybe 5 miles outside of town. It's nothing spectacular, but it does offer, some decent terrain. Not much of elevation gains of any sort, because we're in Missouri anyways. But this is the first time hiking it this year. I haven't got out and done much hiking lately. Since I've gotten my 4Runner, honestly, that kind of consumed my life. Bought a little camper and trying to do a lot of quote-unquote overlanding type stuff. But I need to get back to my roots and where this all started. So let's get started with that. As you can probably see, this trail doesn't look like it's been hiked awful lot yet this year. I know a lot of people are still scared of the COVID-19 stuff, and I don't know if that's prevented a lot of people from getting out and do this hike or what. But the grass is barely beaten down and kind of overgrown. But I'm not at the top of the hill yet, but as you can see, it does offer some pretty views. That is part of the Victoria Glades over there as well. There's not a hiking trail per se over there, I don't think. You can kind of walk over there and roam over there. There is a road down there that you have to cross to get to this side. That's where the parking lot's at. Normally I'm hiking way earlier in the year. This is, like I said, June 9th. And we just had a pretty good heat wave come through last week. Today I believe the temperature is, well, right now I think it's about 90. And shit, I don't I don't handle heat very well. But I'm out here, and I know I needed to get out here. It's been, whoa, it's been way too long. So yeah, it's what I needed. As you can tell, I'm kind of a chunky kid, so this is I enjoy getting out here and I enjoy being active. Tried to get my son to come with me. He wasn't having it. He goes, I'd rather go mountain biking, which, well, I like mountain biking too, but that requires a little bit more of a commitment. Had to go get him. Have to go someplace. This was quick and easy. And he doesn't very often come hiking with me. As in, maybe he's been once or twice. So, you know, oh well, that's not his thing. He's into video games, and I'm into outdoorsman type stuff, outdoorsy type stuff even. We're getting into a little bit more of a wooded area. I would not be surprised if we've seen a deer at all. I believe I've seen a deer every single time that I've came to this conservation area. And this is what I was talking about with the trail. I don't think it's been hiked very often since everything became green. It's a shame. I usually have my hiking sticks as well. I'm definitely a hiking stick guy. Almost to the point of being a handicap. I love them. It's like having 4 legs. But I've got my camera in one hand and videoing with my GoPro in the other hand. And when I was grabbing my hiking sticks, I broke one of them. If you actually knew me, that wouldn't be any big surprise whatsoever. I break everything. So I did grab one hiking stick, and you know, if I need it, I got it. I don't believe I've ever seen water flowing in this creek more than just a few puddles here and there. Second GoPro battery already. I believe well, to be fair, it wasn't a full battery. But if you have a GoPro, you know how fast they go through batteries. I'm about halfway through the trail. I didn't record my tracks like I usually do on All Trails or Gaia or something like that. Like I said, I've been on this trail before, so I didn't feel the need, but I'm about halfway through, and this trail, I was gonna say, as far as skill level goes, I'm gonna call it a beginner trail. Like somebody that just wants to, well, I don't know, somebody that's taking their very first hike, no. Somebody that's gonna get into hiking and been on a few short trails, a few easy trails, I think this is a trail that you should do, because it's gonna push you just a little bit. There is, I said earlier, there wasn't any elevation gain, but there is a decent elevation gain, about a quarter of the way in, if you go to the east when you start the trail. I think that's the way it's designed to go. Start east and you end up on the west side. But anyhow, it's rocky. There's a lot of washouts of the roots showing through the ground. You can trip over. And in the summer, as I showed you earlier, it's kind of overgrown. I was the only car in the parking lot, so you're gonna be out here alone also. That's not true necessarily all the time. I've ran into several people out here before in the past. Oh, and this is an area that you can hunt. Not rifle hunt, but you can bow hunt it. So in the fall, you have to watch out for hunters and respect them and know that they're out here. You don't want to spook their deer, and you definitely don't want to become a target. So obviously in the fall is a beautiful time to hike, early spring, but I don't know if you can see that, but I mean, that's what I'm talking about. This is I forget now. It's 3 miles for sure. Might be 3.5 miles. But yeah, it's about an hour or so, give or take, from the St. Louis area. And from where I live, it's a 10-minute drive. But it's a trail I recommend. There's no, I can't say that. It's pretty. It is pretty. I won't diss this trail at all. But yeah, I'm gonna continue to hike. It just got super windy on me. This is the remnants of the tropical storm. Can't think of the name right now. It was a real weird name. I will try to insert that if I can, if I remember to do that, the name of it. But it came through late last night and stayed around the St. Louis area, metro area, till noon. Didn't do much. A little bit of rain, not even that bad. Got a little windy, not that bad. I did check the weather before I came out here, and it did say there was a chance of rain again around 5. It is now 6. It's nice and sunny out and too hot, to be honest, but we're doing it. That's why I turned the camera back on, because I don't know, maybe it's deciding to finally move back in. We'll see. If it does, we'll deal with it. I didn't bring any rain gear, but yeah, we're not too far from the end of the hike anyways. I can deal with being a little bit wet. Alright, the trail for the most part's over. I didn't check the time yet, but I think you could do this trail if you stay at it, you know, about 2 hours. Maybe less than that even, if you're a good avid hiker. As I mentioned before, I don't think I've ever hiked this trail or been out here that I haven't seen a deer. I didn't so much as see a squirrel today. Maybe even just one bird. So, yeah, I don't know what that's about. Another thing I mentioned earlier is, you know, not quite a beginner trail, but I don't want to say, you know, it's a moderate trail either. It's definitely like an intermediate trail. I'm no expert hiker by any means. You know, like I said, I'm a chubby guy, but I like to hike when I can. But my point being is, I just did this 3-mile loop in Walmart sandals. Yeah, that's Ozark Trail sandals. I had gone to, these are my second pair actually. These are the second version of these I've had. The first version, well, you know, they worked for what they were, you know, but quality wise they're not all that great quality. These are second version, and I wore them in the River Creek all last weekend, and I haven't had them too long yet. So far so good. I can't complain about them too much. My feet are as comfortable as can be. I didn't have any rocks in them. I had gone to REI in Brentwood, Missouri, and I got there and the whole place was boarded up, and I'm like, what's going on here? I'd been checking in because I've been wanting to go in to get a few things, but it's all boarded up. I'm like, so what the hell's going on here? Well, they're boarded up for the riots that have been going on in the St. Louis area. So they said you can, for the COVID-19, get online and they'll bring it, you know, order it and they'll bring it out to you. So I found a pair of sandals I like. You know, I was looking at Keens and Chacos, obviously, you know, the two big ones. I'd settled on a pair of Chacos that I liked, a closed toe. I don't like things between my toes, and I am not used to that, so I know it's gonna lead to a blister. Anyhow, I go to order them, and it says I can pick them up basically a week and a half from that day. So I drove off, went to Walmart, bought these. They're only 20 bucks. If they hold up, cool. If not, you know, maybe I can still wear them as a water shoe. No big deal. But I want to say, this channel, okay, this is my YouTube channel, do more. It's simple as that, just do more. Instagrams. If you go back through my YouTube videos, you're gonna see a bunch of different Instagrams, and I don't know what you could say. Maybe I was having a identity crisis with that. But anywho, I do have 2 Instagrams at the moment. I have Do More Do You, which that gained a lot of traction in the beginning, and that's where it all began for me. That one changed the name a lot, and then I landed on Do More Do You, Do More Do You, and it stuck. And I went with that, hiking and traveling and camping and backpacking based Instagram page. Then I went and got a Toyota 4Runner, inspired by several different YouTube stars, I guess, for lack of better words. Got a Toyota 4Runner and got really head over heels in love with the overland scene, and I went crazy with that. Started building out my 4Runner. It's not that built out, but did a lot of backwoods camping with that. A lot, driving through the BLM grounds and doing some off-road camping. And haven't done any backpacking since I've owned that vehicle. And very, very few hiking trips. Did a lot of camping though. Out to Colorado a few times now, and just recently bought a small teardrop camper that I can load my kayaks on and my bikes on, and it's perfect. I got a 13-year-old son, and I also got a year and a half. He's a year and a half, and I'm trying to bring him up in this scene that I'm in, I guess you could say. Outdoors in general, playing in the river, even riding the bikes, anything that involves us being outdoors. Which brings me to my Instagram page that I am currently promoting the most, I guess you could say, is Do More Adventures. That's where you can find most of my recent adventures. And photos that I've taken today will probably end up there. I haven't taken a whole lot of photos, more video than photos, but that's where they're gonna land. So I would appreciate if you could go over to Do More Adventures and check that out, see what you think, and I'd be thrilled if you gave me a follow and a couple likes. This channel, I've bought some equipment, and I'm hoping to make this more than just a random video every couple years. I have, I don't know, 10 videos up right now. Nothing special. I honestly don't even know if I recommend going back and seeing them. There's a few videos that have gotten some likes. Bell Mountain, that was a decent video. I don't know. I hope to do more of these short type videos. These are way easier to do. Just more videos in general. I'll figure this GoPro out and multiple SD cards and bringing them all together in the end. I'll figure it out. I do work a full-time job, and like I said, I'm a dad to 2, and my little 1.5-year-old, he's a hellion. So when he's around, there's not much of anything going on but chasing him around. So I appreciate you checking this video out. I would appreciate a follow. I only have a subscriber. I only have maybe 12 subscribers. That would mean a lot to me. I'm just out here doing this because I want to. I do hope for this to gain some traction, and maybe inspire a few people to get outside, and if I can do some local things around this area, like this trail today, and bring it into the house and inspire just a couple people to get out here and check it out. Just go for a drive. That's all. And again, thank you so much.